Man the Mic.
He does 31 yards here, and that will be appreciated. A spinner on that. That's a smart play to catch that at the 10-yard line there by Keegan Brewer. So North Texas has come into Fayetteville and shown no
he
signs
never made
of
a fair catch.
he didn't make a fair catch signal.
He's gone.
Brewer down the sideline. This is going to be a touchdown. He caught that at the 10. Nobody thought he was going to do it, and he took off.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I didn't see a fair catch sign, but he kind of stopped. Everybody else stopped.
We all did.
And there was no whistle blown.
Well, and we're back.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking about.
That was a good start. Well, and we're back.
I don't know what to say, and I've had a couple of days to process some of the things that has gone on here around, Fayetteville, Arkansas. And that game against North Texas was by far the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. Let me come back. This is Man the Mic show. Man the Mic, guys. Welcome.
It's Man the Mic.
Yeah. This is Mike Anderson Jr. What's up, Manuel?
What's going on?
We're back, and the sun rose. Like our man.
Despite
Yeah.
popular belief in Arkansas,
I know.
it did rise.
In case anybody's wondering what we're referring to, we are talking about the punt return heard around the world from North Texas.
The entire world.
The domination, the obliteration of the Arkansas Razorback football team in front of 40,000 fans.
Yeah. It was wow. That punt return when the guy faked the fair catch and ran it in, like it wasn't 2 seconds after that happened, my phone starts vibrating. Bleacher Report, ESPN, every Fox Sports,
famous for all the wrong reasons.
Famous for all the wrong reasons. In every sports site, every news. Sports news, anything was sending that notification to every phone in the country.
Unbelievable.
That game was crazy.
Well,
I don't even know what to say, really.
Is it crazy, or did you not? I even told somebody before the game. I said that I think the Hogs are going to take care of business.
That's what I was saying that before the game. I was like, I think we were a 7-point favorite, and which. Right there is a little bit of a red flag because you get 3 or 4 points just for being at home.
Right.
So we were like a 3 or 4 point favorite. So that was a little bit of a red flag. But I was like, you know what? Saturday in Fayetteville, energy's high.
No, there wasn't a lot of energy.
Well, yeah, there wasn't. But I thought, Saturdays in Fayetteville are fun and people being there ready to give them another chance. And yeah, I don't know.
First off, did you go to the game?
I was at the game. Yes, I was there.
Okay. I was at the game. Mm-hmm. Were you in the game?
Yes, I was. I went into the game. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't. I was right outside.
You outside? Okay.
Yeah. I took the tailgate wait and see. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes, I showed up a little bit later, and so I said, let me go and talk to a couple buddies that are going to be out here, whatnot. And, by the time I possibly looked at coming back in the game, it was 14-0.
Yeah. It was just from the jump, boom, boom. And even at 14-0, I was like, that's early. Like, okay. Like, we started off slow. We'll be, if anything, it'll be 17-14 going into half. And
right.
Then, we'll blow it out the water second half, fourth quarter, backups, everybody starts coming in, game's over.
Oh, well, we got to see the backups come in.
We did get to see the backups come in for the wrong reason. We did get to see the backups come in. You're right. We got to see multiple backups. We got to see it all.
So as a former Arkansas Razorback athlete, as a former alum, a current alum, former player, you play basketball, but still, y'all have that same hog across your chest, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
And so, what did that make you feel?
It just, I was just disappointed because there's no way we don't have I mean, like, yeah, it's a new coach. It's his first year. So obviously there's a reason you have a new coach is because the other coach got fired. So there's a reason for that. And it wasn't up to par. But you can't, like, I don't care what you say. You can't tell me we didn't have enough talent to beat North Texas at home.
I mean, we're talking about North Texas where all their players probably would have, gave a leg to be a hog.
Given anything in the world to be a hog.
So how did you feel?
I played basketball, so I've never really been like that emotional with football. It's always like, it's my school, and I've 100% want us to always win. But we lose a game, and it's like, man. But then, my day goes on. Basketball is a different story. I'm in a fetal position after a loss in basketball. I can't stand basketball losing. Football, I want us to win. I want us to win the national championship every year. It's my school, but it's not as emotional. But that one, that was the first time since I've lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where like I felt emotion. Like I felt anger, like sadness. It was just a wave of everything that hit me. And that was the first time, because it's not like we went in there, everything went right for North Texas, everything went wrong for us, and we lose on a field goal, like
or
something
a trick play.
Trick play where like the flukest thing happened, like the fluke win.
Right.
Kind of like what Colorado State, where they come back, they score like 25 on it. Like, that's not going to happen most times. So it wasn't like that. It was this is our field. Take the hog off the middle of the field, put the mean green eagle, whatever that is, and change it. And this is, University of North Texas of Fayetteville.
Absolutely.
Like that's what it looked like.
It was just, North Texas.
Yeah. Dominance. Total dominance. And from the jump, too. And that was like, it just shocked me because I kept giving it chances and chances. Like, yeah, okay.
We'll come back.
Yeah. Adrenaline, they're at an SEC school. Woo, they playing okay. Still didn't look like they were like that much better, and the points just started adding up. We weren't scoring; we were throwing it to them, and I know about like halftime, I was like, "Man, this isn't good." But that one hurt me, and I'm not even an emotional guy when it comes to football. But that one, emotions got to me on that one. So that's how you know. If that's how I felt, I can't imagine.
Oh, well, everybody's been going off.
I can imagine.
Everybody's been going off for the past 2 days.
Yeah, I mean.
So, that's what people do when their team loses to two non-Power 5 teams.
Yeah. And not like, I think North Texas is good, but Colorado State, they're like, I watched them play. They're not a good football team.
Right.
They're not a good football team.
You let them come back.
And you let them come back and score 25 or however many points it was unanswered. North Texas, they have a chance to win their, Conference USA. But it doesn't matter. That should have been a 30-point win. Like,
you still should handle business.
You should handle business. You're an SEC. That's the best conference in football, proven year in and year out.
Okay. I want to go into this a little bit more. Well, I mean, what were the people saying after Cole Kelly's third pick?
It was bad. I'm in the game, so I'm hearing everything, and these people, they had a few drinks.
Oh yeah,
those thoughts that are in their head that aren't supposed to come out, and they come out.
Oh yeah,
when you're drinking and the Hogs are losing in football.
Oh my
gosh. It's every man for themselves. Like it was. Yeah, like where do we find these guys? Are these still guys still in high school? Like it was everything. The fans were mad, and it was hard not to be because they throw the ball, it's either intercepted or in the turf, like 7 yards away from the receiver. And that's not all the quarterback, because sometimes the receivers, were running and stopping in the route or not running the right route, cutting off, and then you could see the quarterback looking at him like, "What? I don't know where you're going." Like it was just all discombobulated. It just looked like it was like a joke. It was a joke. Oh, we were watching. Like I was like, all right. Now,
cut it out, guys. Cut it out.
Exactly. That was like, all right, cut it out. Like,
that's how I feel.
That was funny.
I feel like I was like, cut it out, guys.
Yeah,
cut it out.
That was funny.
They never cut it out. Yeah, they never cut it out.
Never.
No, they were getting beat into oblivion. So those people were up there just going crazy.
Yeah, it was. That's the worst. Now I don't know how it was that year when we lost to Louisiana Monroe. on the last second. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is the worst I've seen.
I mean, there has been some times here.
There has been.
Let me remind you one time.
Smile! Smile!
Yeah.
What is that?
That's how John L. smile.
John L.
You know.
Smile! Oh, man.
Come on, guys. Just smile.
Smile! That is, that was some of the darker days of Razorback football.
I mean, I'm hearing that it's the worst loss. It's worse than the Citadel loss. That's what people are saying. It's worse than the Citadel loss in 92 when Jack Crow had to step down.
The next day. I mean, yeah, I don't. It's got to be up there. I don't know which one you call worse. I guess you got to ask a fan who was at both games because I know we had some.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Who were at the North Texas game and at that Citadel game. But, yeah, man, I mean, in what position? I mean, how do you lose that game? I mean, like I said, I'm not putting it all on Chad Morris and, not on the players. I think there's some leadership that needs to be taking place that it's not there. Mm-hmm. It was so bad that people were booing them, like booing Cole Kelly as he came on the field. They weren't booing Cole Kelly, but they were booing the fact that he came back out. Yeah, I mean, they were fed up. Like, it's an interception or an incompletion basically every time you throw it. I mean... If I wasn't a guy who went through those same kind of things, I would have probably had my face in the O formation yelling boo. I mean, it was bad. Yeah. But I just understand like what players have to go through and how tough it is, how much pressure it is. But like it was just really rough. I mean, there's not much else you can say, and it was from the coaches and the players like. You don't want to blame, but like you just looked unprepared. Yeah, well, and I found it interesting, and talk about this booing thing because this Jared Cornelius came out and Hayden Froholt came out and we're like, oh well, y'all are booing the quarterback and in your mind, you're a former player, I'm a former player. In your mind, and we've never been booed, Mm-hmm. But who's that go to? Is that wrong? Is that right? Do the fans have a right to boo? I guess everybody has a right to do what they want to do. Yeah. And so, I look at it and then I was looking at when people heard it and listening to them just fire away on the radio stations and they're just like, y'all are a bunch of babies. Like, y'all a bunch of crybabies. Like, go win a football game and then talk to us. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the booing because these guys are, they're players. They don't get any money for doing this. They're just playing the game they love. Out there trying to win football games for the state. And it doesn't make sense to me because this day and age of social media, like that's what is going to be portrayed out. Like that's what Arkansas is. And all you're doing is hurting recruiting, the image of your state and your team. And that's the only thing. Yeah. There was recruits at that game. Yes. You think and they were there the whole game and they heard all the booing. They heard, oh man, these fans will turn on you. Like that's what they were thinking. Yes. When you do that. So fans, I get it. It is hard to watch when your team gets annihilated by supposed to be an inferior team. They look like a superior team, but supposed to be a team, it's not up to your standard. It's tough. And then when you don't see the things that you want happening, and it's just constantly bad. I know it's tough. But there's people paying like thousands of dollars. They pay a lot of money to come see a product that they want to be good. And so it brings me to the point, and I say this, that like
football is entertainment.
Yeah.
It is entertainment any way that you chalk it up. And so these kids get scholarships to come entertain people in a certain sense.
It's a show.
Okay, it's a show. You are putting on.
Show,
I mean, look at the production and the millions of dollars. That $160 million renovation North End Zone.
Show.
I mean, it is definitely the biggest show in town.
Yeah, it's a show.
And, this is around the country.
Yeah.
It is entertainment. And so I always say, like, sports are entertainment. People pay money to watch these spectacles.
Yeah.
These are spectacles, just like the pros.
That's
like,
what it is.
This is what it is. And so I don't know, is it something that should be frowned upon? I mean, one thing I say is the players aren't paid. They're not professionals, right? So they're not getting paid for this. But, I mean, should they? I mean, is it pretty? I think it's stupid to boo your own team.
Yeah, I think it's dumb because, like, back to if you want your team to, get past this part of, the losing and stuff, you got to have players. You got to bring in players. And I just think booing and showing, like, recruits or future Razorback players that you turn on, like, I don't think that wins.
I don't think that's a good look, but I feel some of the frustration.
I feel it.
And you got to earn that love, man.
You do.
You got to earn that love.
You
like, some guys they're comfortable. They've been with, the previous staff or whatnot. And, they were like, all right, well, we're here on the Hill and, getting the little stipends and meal and Pell Grants and all that stuff and living their little life and enjoying everything.
Like that.
Yeah, getting their little girlies on and all that. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got to earn that love. That love don't come.
No,
like, it don't come easy.
It doesn't come easy. And I mean, like, you can't, you say, we played and, this was my mindset. I can imagine it was yours because, I mean, you had some of the best teams Coach A's ever had. It's a constant, you got to improve every day. Like, it's never, it was a good day today or a good win. Like, it's good. Like, we're doing well. Like you said, I'm living my life, got my apartment paid for or whatever. Like, it is a constant, like, I have to perform.
Yeah.
You gotta perform. So, like, that's the mindset you gotta have. I know in my 4 years, I was never, ever comfortable one time in 4 years. One time in 4 years, I woke up every day like, I gotta bring 110% in this next practice, in this next weight session, in this next anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I don't, then I know someone else is going to end up passing me up or another team is going to end up passing it. Like, it is like, it's got to be that constant, like, we haven't done anything mindset. Like, and that's kind of thing, with Bama. I feel like that's what they come in every day and have that, it's us against the world mentality, and we haven't done anything yet. Although they just won the national championship, they're number one all the time. Like, that's the kind of mindset you have to have. You can't have the we made it kind of thing. Like, we made it. We're at University of Arkansas.
I mean, you just had a coaching change. How the hell can you think you've made
saying.
it anywhere? So that's my deal, and that's that's just how it is. And you would have to be around there to see how these guys are. You have seen it. You have seen how these guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen how these guys are from when you were on campus watching them, and some of these guys are just happy to be around.
Yeah.
Some guys are just happy to go out there and play. And so, just from a cultural standpoint, I understand it. I was on, those first Mizzou teams where, we had some dysfunction on teammates. We had some dysfunction. We had to get some attitudes out. We had to get some bad apples out of there. And so, I look at it now, and I understand. Like, I definitely understand that Morris I think that he is going to be tougher than he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of these coaches underestimate. Unless you've been here, you wouldn't know.
No, yeah. I mean, Arkansas is a tough spot. It is a tough spot.
I mean, think about it. No major airport.
Nothing.
No major cities really close.
Nothing. Like, Arkansas will have... The state of Arkansas will have, let's say, like 25 to 30 Division I football players in the whole state. Like, in a given year, maybe 40, something like that, in the whole state. And you're looking at other schools like Texas. Houston will have 90 in Houston.
Yeah.
Dallas will have 200 in the city of Dallas, like, or Florida. Miami will have 200, like, and that's in one city. So, like, Arkansas, you got to keep the talent here, but it's tough because you got to go into Texas. Oh, well, you got A&M, you got UT, you got Texas Tech, you got Baylor, you got TCU, you got you got all these schools.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody in there. So you got to do that. You got to, reach into Oklahoma. Oh, you got Sooners, you got Oklahoma State. You got to reach around all these places because, the talent pool in Arkansas is just a little bit smaller. That's just the reality. So it is. It's not an easy place, and you're in the SEC West. You're going up against Bama every year. You're going up against Auburn every year.
Yes.
So LSU every year.
I mean, that's not a very great place to nurture your program.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It is really tough. It's really tough. Now, yeah, you have the whole state behind you. You got the whole support of the state, which is awesome. But it's a tough spot, and I'm with Chad Morris. He's my football coach. I'm with him. Like we had some rough games already, but I'm not.
I mean, who didn't? But I mean, I don't think anybody anticipated possibly going 1-11.
And that's another thing that's kind of freaking me out too. Is I came into the season with no expectations, and I'm disappointed right now. I came in with zero because I'm like. I'm a coach's
I mean, you
son.
think you at least beat the opponents that you can beat.
Yeah, I understand how it goes.
But I mean, who is the Hogs beating?
Yeah, that's
who are they
about that.
Who are they going to win against? Tulsa, maybe.
I'm saying
maybe Tulsa. Maybe they'll be better with Tulsa.
It's looking like a 50% chance we win 2 games.
Yeah,
and a 50% chance we win 1.
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like right now. After that last game, which I hate to say, but it was just bad. Like we couldn't throw the ball, like literally, like not. It wasn't like we were making just some bad. We looked like totally incapable of like throwing the ball and getting yardage, getting like anything other than like a flat route that's going to get you 1 yard or make you or lose yards.
Or get intercepted and taken to the end zone.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, I don't know what they got a lot of work to do. I mean, it's a new coach.
They do.
Got a lot of work to do, and I mean, these other teams aren't getting any worse.
No.
Bama,
Matter of fact,
Auburn, none of these teams are getting any worse.
Auburn and LSU went down to the wire. LSU's looking a lot better.
They finally got a quarterback.
Oh yeah, they look so good.
Their quarterbacks the last 10 years have been I don't know where they've gotten them, but they finally got somebody who seems like he can make some plays. So.
They got, that's crazy how you could be at a place like LSU and not be able to get a quarterback.
Never have a quarterback. Well, it's just like Bama. Like, I swear they go get their kickers from, the McDonald's before the game. I've never seen, Bama, they got the number 1 pick in every other position.
Yeah.
But then they put the kicker out there, and it's a 20-yard chip shot. And he shanks it right, and then Saban is blowing a gasket. Like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, are you not used to this by now? Yeah. I mean, your kickers miss every kick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get how you can have that program and not have a quarterback, but it happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It happens, and so
it's a lot of work to be done.
A lot of work to be done. Alabama looked great. Auburn looked good in their loss.
Yeah, I mean,
who are you beating?
Who
are you beating?
And then I thought A&M was like, okay, well they won't be that good this year. They got Jimbo Fisher. They're gonna be really good, but this year, no.
Yeah, no.
Prove me wrong. A&M's gonna beat a lot of teams. So I mean,
they are.
It's just difficult right now for the Razorbacks. But what I do think is the fans. This is your program. I mean, it's your program. So I think, and I'm going to put myself in it too, because I'm a fan of all the sports. Is we're going to have to commit to the program if we want to see it, rise to that level. I think when you see the Alabamas, the Ohio States, the Clemsons, that fan base has also committed to anything that goes on, anything the coaches believe. They commit to the team. So, and I don't think we're good with that. I don't, as Razorback fans, I don't think we have committed enough, and I think we just got to go all in. Be with the team through the losses, and just wait it out.
What's the alternative? Who are you going to go cheer for?
That's what I'm saying. There's no reason to. You just
who are you
stick
cheering
with
for?
It. Stick with it. One thing about it is you can't. It's not going to be like this forever. I'm a firm believer of that. So you just got to stick with it.
Yeah.
Because just think about how good it'll feel. when we do hit that 10-win season, when we do preseason 10, preseason top 10 when we do get to that point. Just I'm telling you, stick with it.
Oh yeah,
gotta commit, or we're never gonna get the recruits. We're never gonna get anything like that because if the fans aren't committed, kids don't want to come play at a stadium that's half full. It's not loud.
Well, I mean that says something too, and so your stadium's half full,
yeah,
and you just spent $160 million to get something put up,
yeah.
Add more seats and more luxury areas, and so it just goes to shows that the fans, the fans of any prospective program from Arkansas to Mizzou to Florida to Kentucky to Alabama, that you got to show up.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, that's literally the separating point at this junction. Everybody has facilities.
Yeah.
Everybody has, academic facilities and all this and that. And I mean, we're talking about recruiting, like, what separates you? What separates Kansas basketball and Arkansas basketball?
Yeah. I mean, the fans are in the arena 2-3 hours
I'm
before
not
the
talking
game.
about a technical sellout.
No.
Where the corner's empty up top. I'm talking about
they're moving people off the steps. Like, hey, scoot over. This walkway has to stay clear. They're like, be at the game, sold out 3 hours before the game. Like, that's the kind of stuff that. And then look, you see Kansas. They win. Like, players want to go to Kansas.
It correlates, doesn't it?
Recruits come in and see that atmosphere. I mean, what else are you going to do? Like, you can't. As a player, I loved playing against, like, the big crowds. I hated exhibition games. I hated the games early in the year where it would be 8,000 people in Bud, 9,000, 10,000 people in Bud. And I won't say I hated it because I loved playing no matter what, but like. Obviously, that sold-out game against, Kentucky or A&M or something, Ole Miss, obviously those games are the ones you want to play in. Those are the ones that are fun. Those are the ones, it's electric in Bud Walton. Because, I mean, it's nothing like Bud Walton when you got 20,000 in there.
Right.
So, I mean, that's and that's on the fans. Like, what else are you doing in Fayetteville on a Saturday at 3? Like, in Northwest Arkansas, what else are you doing? Go support the team. Like,
and that's my deal. Like you said, fans, it's your program.
Yeah, it's your program. Go out there, do it. Because then you do this now, I promise you, you support it now. You get out there, you're loud, you support the team. I promise you, it's just patience. That's all it is. Because, I mean, tables turn. They always do.
They always
turn. So get out there, support the team. And, I mean, you'll blink. It'll be a few years down the road. You'll blink, and then the Razorbacks will be, in that upper tier of the SEC. I'm telling you, you got to support the team.
I mean, that's what you do when you're.
But that was ridiculous. North Texas, that was ridiculous. No, not saying that.
Can't lose that game. Can't lose that game. I'm sorry. There's just some games you just can't lose, man. And football is like that loss is like 3 losses.
Yeah, no.
That loss is like losing to Alcorn State,
Mississippi Valley,
and give me somebody who might win their conference. Stephen F. Austin,
something like that.
Like, I mean, you can't lose 3.
Cannot lose that. And that's the one thing with football is like now the season's over. Like everyone's like, oh, well, you lose, you got 2 losses, your season's over.
How do they get people back? How?
This one's going to be on the fans because, like, it's either they're just going to come or they're not.
Either you're going to show your support for this team or you're not going to show your support for this program or you're not. I mean, you're going to show sour grapes and stay home?
Yeah.
Fine. That's not how the big boys do it, though. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Not how at all. You want to see, the Hogs playing, the playoff down the road, being like an Auburn, like an LSU. Go look
it took time for Clemson to get where they were.
Took a bunch of growing up. I didn't even know Clemson.
They
had
were
football.
Known as a verb.
Yeah,
you could Clemson.
Yeah,
like you get all the way to the end and you screw it up.
Yeah,
you Clemson. They were a verb.
That's what that was. Stuck with it. Got the right guy in. National champs.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm not saying nobody has a right not to be angry, but hey, sports are entertainment. That's your entertainment, baby. Somebody, hey,
that's it.
That's your entertainment. What you want to do about it? I mean, you've chosen your stripes at this point. You want to be Hog fans. You got to be Hog fans.
Yeah.
You know, who are you? Who else? And you went to the school. You live in the state. You became a sidewalk alum somehow. I mean, you're roped in. You're roped in. You know, who are you going to cheer for? Yeah, I mean, it's not going to feel any better being anything else.
Got to stick with it.
Yeah, so stick with it. Stick with it. Well, that was fun. This is the Man the Mic show. Welcome, guys. For those who might just be joining, it's Mike Anderson Jr.
You know who it is, Manuel Watkins. I love talking about the Hogs. I love the hog rants.
I know. It's crazy, man, and it's funny because they just gave us so much. They gave us a lot of content to cover.
I mean, that's what the Hogs will give you content. They'll give you content.
Yes,
it might not always be good content. They give you content.
I know. I just it was shocking. So let's go ahead and let's pivot a little bit. Let's talk about a little bit NFL football.
I like it.
Right. It. You know, our buddy West is probably smiling from where he is right now.
He has been. He's been telling me
he
too.
He is smiling because Patrick Mahomes just set records.
I think he tweeted. He quoted a tweet from our Man the Mic Twitter saying like, "Hey guys, one of the guys you guys had on your show was literally right about everything he said. You guys should have him back on talking about himself in the third person." Yeah, no, he said that Patrick, but he called the Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes stardom from before he even took a snap. So,
I mean,
kudos.
Chiefs are looking good.
Kudos. Yeah, I mean they are. I still don't think they're.
They haven't played anybody, but they're looking good.
Yeah, I know. I'm still not I don't think they're like they're a threat to win like anything big, but they're fun to watch, and yeah, they're looking really good. I mean, 10 touchdowns in 2 games. Yeah, I mean, that speaks for itself. But I am turning into a Patrick Mahomes believer that he might be, he's not 10 touchdowns in 2 games good. Like that is, but he's good.
He's got a lot of tools, right?
He's really good. He's really good. He's got that arm strength. And, Wes talked about how that ball just flicks off his hand 100 miles an hour. And, I mean, it does. And he's got weapons around him. So I wish I would have picked him on my fantasy team. He's really good, stuffing the stats.
Man, hey, yeah. He was a good. Shout out to all those guys who got Patrick Mahomes on their fantasy team, right?
Shout out, because that's probably the last time you'll get him. He's going to be a top 10 guy every year from now on.
Yep, and so we got them. How about dysfunctional team of the week, the Steelers?
If they could just buckle down and just not be worried about all this other stuff, they would have like the most talent in the NFL. They can't do it.
Yeah, you're right.
They can't do it. I mean, it's you got Le'Veon Bell, who is praying for them to lose, praying for his own team to lose every week. I know he's just sitting at home every time they mess up or do something bad. He's just out. He's cheering.
Yeah.
And then now, Antonio Brown.
Which brings me to our segment of the day. Our segment of the day.
Today I got time, cuz.
Hey, I got time for the haters today. So what did Antonio do? What did he?
So a former employee of the Steelers.
A former employee?
Yeah, a former employee of the Steelers tweeted something about Antonio Brown, not being as good on any other team besides the Steelers. Like the Steelers system, Big Ben, it all works in his favor. It's his wide receiver core. Everything's centered around him. He's the guy. And this guy who worked there basically tweeted, and I mean, he worked for the Steelers, so I guess, he has some inside knowledge, and he basically said like, hey, Antonio Brown is good and all, but like put him on a different team, and like he's not gonna be like that. Kind of what I think about Draymond Green.
Right.
Put that basically that.
He's not doing that on somebody else's team, which is complete and utter BS. Because Antonio Brown is really good.
Yeah, and super. Yeah, that was really good. Like,
yeah,
Draymond. If you would tweet that about Draymond, okay, I would have retweeted it.
Right.
But.
Okay.
Antonio Brown, I'm not going with that. So then Antonio Brown quoted it and was like, "Well, trade me and find out then." And then Monday, Yes, he didn't show up to the facility.
Yeah.
For workouts and stuff, which is
for meetings and workouts
and stuff like that. So I mean,
whatever,
just like, and he put on Instagram when Le'Veon was sitting out that he was like, nobody eats when the family feuds. Like he's in that. So they just got a lot of stuff going on. Now, he didn't show up on Monday. He said, trade me and find out. Like if they would just play football. Go in, not worry about the stuff outside. I understand Le'Veon a little bit, but, not worry about it and just go out there and play and use their talent. I mean, shoot, they got the most talent, I think, on the offensive side of the ball, in the National Football League, besides maybe the Vikings. But, yeah, they're shooting themselves in the foot doing all this stuff. And with Le'Veon, I mean, I don't know if I'm paying him all that money. Running back, his backup ran for 150 yards the first game. It's running backs are like a dime a dozen. I feel like when you're a kid,
you got limited life as a running back.
You got a limited life. He's already almost 30. Kids when you 14, 15 years old, be the quarterback, be a receiver. Stay away from that run.
Longevity.
Yeah, stay away from the running. Running back's cool.
Oh, you're fast. You could be a running back.
It sounds cool.
I want to be a wide receiver. I don't want to be a running back.
It sounds cool, but the Steelers have a point. He's a really good running back, but you can win with somebody else. Like when you think about the Super Bowl. When has a Super Bowl team been like, oh yeah, we're gonna get on this running back's back and take us to the Super Bowl? Win us the Super Bowl. When has a team? It's the quarterback. You got to have a good defense, but the quarterbacks are the ones who take you to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And it's a bonus to have a good running back for a good cost though. You not want to give the running back $30 million. So I can see both sides. He's tired of getting franchise tagged, but the Steelers hey, listen, we might put our money elsewhere.
You got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
I definitely think that, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Especially Big Ben, I think, is on his last leg. He's on legs, whatever he has now.
What cinder block, something. I don't know what.
What is he doing?
His mobility. But he can sling it, though. He's still Big Ben.
Yeah, I know. He can get that thing off.
He can still sling it. And, speaking of dysfunction, Vontae Davis, the Bills, retiring at halftime.
Wasn't that just shocking?
Surely that wasn't true. What he? I don't know. Did he get hurt in the game?
No, he literally had a statement ready and everything, or he had a statement right after the game. I was thinking about my kids. I'm like, you think about that at halftime?
At halftime,
what do you think about that? What would you say if one of your teammates did that right in the middle of the game? That's in the middle of the game.
In the middle of the game. That's almost like a. I don't know. It might get physical at that point.
Oh yeah.
It might be a shove. Bro, what is wrong with you? Hey, I don't know. And and his statement was my body told me it's done, and I didn't think that having that warrior mindset was, better than, walking out the game, fine and being able to, do my daily life without being in pain and all that. But you quit on your guy. I'm just not into that. Never will be, never have been. You guys are losing. You're talked about as the worst team in the NFL right now, and you just quit on your team. And not only, you didn't wait till after the game, you did it at halftime.
At halftime?
That's no respect from this way. You can't do that. Not to your guys. That's just
at halftime.
At halftime, I've never heard of some stuff like that. Never.
Man, at halftime? How do you do that at halftime?
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me, and kind of surprises me because if he did that, that means that's just kind of that feels like that's the guy he is. So I'm kind of. A little bit surprised on, if he hadn't been called out for, being soft or anything like that before. Because no one just does that.
He's pretty, comfortable with his decision. So I don't see him really. He's not backing off now. He definitely he thought that through.
He thought it through.
He did. He thought it through to the point where he had something ready afterwards. It was amazing.
Yeah, and I know he put it on Instagram, but he turned off the comments. Like, he didn't let people comment on it because he knows he would have gotten
Ain't that some punk?
lit up. Because, that was the weakest move since KD.
Ain't that some punk stuff, man?
Punkest move since KD.
Man.
That was weak.
Yeah, but I mean, football is a very physical sport. So
it is, but you chose to play it, so finish at least the season out for your guys.
I mean, listen, he could have did it after the game for all I care.
Yeah, do it after the game. Like, it's still rough. Do it after the game. Halftime, you got to be kidding me.
I mean, you're gonna put that same thing out. Like, just put it out after the game. I just don't.
And that just shows like that he wasn't like during the game. His mind wasn't even there. Like with his team,
exactly
wasn't even there.
Exactly.
Like it's Sunday, and you have the blessing to be out there playing in the NFL, and your mind, body, and soul isn't with your team right there. Trying to focus on. How do we come out with a win? How do I help my team? How do we do this? How do we do that? His mind was totally off on what am I doing? Like I got to get out. I can't do this. Like that's just weak. I mean,
he was ready to get out of there.
Yeah, that's his whole mindset. He had nothing to do with the game, nothing to do with his guys, nothing to do with anything. And he's the vet. He's the OG on the team. He was the vet.
Yeah, he was.
He's the one who really has to be out there. Getting everybody focusing on what they got to do, all the details they got to do to try to come out with a win. And he's doing that. No respect there. Go enjoy the retired life. But yeah. I'm not asking for a picture if I see you.
That was very shocking.
Yeah.
Very shocking. A lot of dysfunction. How about your boy Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Fitzmagic?
I have to do a public apology.
Oh, you in West owe that man
a public apology. A public apology for
y'all were wrong about my man Fitz.
Talking bad about Fitzpatrick. The fit after the game was A1.
Oh yeah,
the swag was A1. Like the beard, I'm not on the Fitzpatrick train yet because I do think it's 2 games and I've seen him throw 6 picks in a game. And I think that's more of his.
You think
his thing?
So you keep? You keep Jameis off?
Jameis is about to play. He's about to be out the league. Like you got to keep Fitzpatrick in. You got to give him every chance and let him win. Let him win next week. He's done. Jameis is done. Let Fitzpatrick win next week. James is done.
Yeah,
I'm still not
you're number 1 pick.
I don't know.
Yet. How long? Fitzpatrick is 35.
Yeah, he's 35, and that's why I do think these 2 games were a little bit of a fluke. I think he's good. He's a vet. He knows he can't really throw anything at him. He's seen everything, but. Jameis has got a lot of baggage for what he produces.
He does.
That's the only thing with me.
Is he worth it?
Is he worth it?
Is he worth it? That's what it comes down to.
Quarterbacks, there's a lot. Case Keenum won 13 games.
Every year there's quarterbacks.
Case Keenum won 13 games and, was 1 game away from a Super Bowl.
True that. So you're not lying.
It's not. I don't think that is. If I'm Jameis, I'm sweating a little bit. Fitzpatrick's out there playing, having fun. The guys on the team seem to like him. He's kind of taking the leadership role. So we'll see. But public apology to Fitzpatrick. Keep doing your thing. Fitzmagic. Win a few more games. I might go out and get a jersey.
He's hooping right now.
Yeah.
He had the chains on.
The chains.
Conor McGregor swag.
Yeah, Fookie, man. He was
okay. Speaking of swag, what do you think? Did you even watch any of that Triple G fight or any of that?
I didn't see any of it.
Okay, good. I didn't see any of it either, so let's not talk about it. I thought I'd give it a shot if you had saw, but I shouldn't. I just after experiencing that that loss and that energy leaving, like your body from that game, I just hate bad games, man. I hate when the games that I'm rooting for, my team does bad. Like you said, it amplifies in basketball. Like, just don't talk to me for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't want to hear about it. Like, I don't want to even talk to you.
No, it's losing is it's in any sport, football, boxing. agony of defeat. You know, the joy of winning and agony of defeat. So that you got it. You deal with both of them.
Yeah, you do. You do.
It's tough.
Shoot, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Just talking about that North Texas game like that just got me tired. No, not tired, but like I'm just like, oh, yeah. That's the Hogs are the laughing stock of the country right now.
Yeah, and we got Auburn.
And you got Auburn coming in, and they just lost.
Yeah. Well,
and you don't have
to Auburn.
Yeah, maybe the defense might, not be too banged up.
See, in normal seasons, like we would be not so good, but then
you win.
You win, but then okay, we're gonna go lose to Auburn, but this would be a game that we surprisingly play good. Like we lose to Auburn, but we didn't get massacred. Like we played our tails off and stuff. But this year, it's I don't even think we're capable of
It might be a very, very bloody year. Record wise, it's gonna be really, really.
Yeah, it might be bad. We'll just have to.
We'll just have to keep seeing.
Keep seeing, man.
That's all you can do. Yeah, and support your team, guys.
Always
support your team, Arkansas Razorback fans.
Do it.
Get out there and support those guys. I mean, shoot, it's not like they're out there trying to lose.
Yeah, I mean they're not trying to.
If anything, bring your family out there to have a good time.
Yeah, go out
and enjoy your time. You know what I mean?
That's all. Nothing else. You're not doing anything else. It's Saturday in Northwest Arkansas. Go to the damn game.
You heard, man.
Go to the game. And then get your season tickets for basketball.
Do that. Definitely.
Get your season tickets.
Definitely do that. Definitely do that. So, it's about wrap-up time. I'll tell you what. I just hope that they play better. If they play better, they'll get everybody back on their side. So even if they lose.
Yeah, no, exactly. If you go out there and fight, really fight, show everyone that, we're not giving up. Y'all don't give up on us. People will, they'll appreciate that. So.
They will. And fans appreciate teams that just play hard.
Just fight.
Play hard.
They will appreciate that. Yeah. You can't give up. So, Hogs, go out there, give it all you got. I mean, no one in the world thinks you got a chance, so you go out there and, you got nothing to lose. Just go.
True that, man.
Just go.
Well, I'll tell you what. We just hit a 45-minute mark. We're going to go ahead and
cut it off.
I'm just done talking about this whole this whole thing.
We'll be okay. I have faith.
Oh, for sure. But all right, guys, I'm out, man. This is Mike Anderson Jr. I'm starting about the same way I started. It's just frustrating to talk about. Well, I mean, what could you say? Man to Mike, don't forget to subscribe. Follow, subscribe, listen, share. Help us get the word out. Help the boys. We're trying to do good things out here. Eventually, we're getting ready to start getting our audience involved, and we would love to have everybody and have a good, diverse audience to pluck from, because we want to hear from you when the Hogs lose these games.
Gotta hear.
We hear our voices every day, but we would love to hear y'all's, right? Shoot.
Love it.
All right, man. We're out here. So peace out.